Peace, I am Kogi. Right now, I'm with Victoria Muhammad. She's my wife, love of my life. She's my queen. We've had a wonderful, wonderful journey together. From the beginning of our meeting to today, we are, I like to think of us as, as other people have said, we are really like showing that black love, black unity, that king and queen vibe. And you have to be a king, you have to have a queen, and this is my queen right here. So I'd like to introduce her right now, Victoria Muhammad. Introduce yourself and tell
Nice to
them.
meet you.
So when you first met me and I first wrote you, because like what was the first thing that you thought? Like first I was at first just to tell a story real quick, I was her graphic designer. She asked me to design so cards for her clothing brand called Canado Designs. Hashtag Canado Designs. Check it out on Facebook and Instagram. Right? Check out and support. But so I was doing the job for her, and then something like a spirit, something inside was telling me that I should talk to her. I should get to meet this woman. You know, um, some of you know the situation I was in at the time. I don't want to go into any specific details regarding it, but then it's like something that's attracting me to get to know her and to meet her. So, I jumped on a limb because it's not really my style to talk to people I'm working for, you know what I mean, and try to make a connection with them. So I wrote her and I told her that I thought she was very pretty, which is the most corniest line most guys could ever say, but I said it. And so, what did you think, like when I first contacted you, and like you initially picked up on the fact that I was interested in you?
Like first think immediately. Hold on. Well, I guess because of the fact that it was a professional relationship,
Mm.
I felt like it was inappropriate because I really needed you as a professional relationship.
Of course, of course.
So I just felt like like it's like soured the dynamic, right? Because I just really needed someone to fill in that role.
Mm-hmm.
And then but then and then your ego kicks in, right?
Right,
And you
right.
start feeling like, oh, I should check him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then because I already knew that I was looking for something serious in my life, and I've been wanting that, wanting to attract that into my life.
Right.
So a part of something, well, I heard like a vibe that like was telling me like to humble yourself and that this makes sense.
Of course.
This black man being attracted to a black woman, which is a very good thing.
Right, right.
As a dark skinned woman, 4C hair, that's a very powerful thing for a black man to like to approach and to have that confidence and to recognize that beauty, right? So it's like, okay, yeah, that's good points. So then I decided to humble myself and recognize that, and plus because I knew a little bit of his background, being from the Nation of Islam, so I knew that he was a conscious brother, right? So like, yes, this makes sense for him to actually want to get to know me a little bit better.
Nice.
So, but I still had a plan to shut it down, but to get him to tell me something about himself that helped for him to see why this is a no, pretty much.
Right, right. Yes.
So that was it. So that was the journey to listen, pay attention, and then help him to see, hey, you see, this is why. Bring some logics around I guess the no, right? The rejection.
Right.
But instead it turned it out into me seeing the qualities that I was looking for based on just how he was approaching me as like as a friend. He responded on a deep friendship level. So that's exactly what I was looking for. And then I changed my approach where I just decided to now listen in and kind of show my availability and interest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, and yeah, that's exactly what happened, and it was amazing. I was seeing that when you're on Facebook Messenger and you see the dot dot dot, like that could be the dot 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 of death right there. I'm thinking like, oh man, she's gonna think I'm really weird. I'm approaching her. I work for her, and she's a client, and it's like this is very inappropriate, for professionally to speak to someone that you're obviously you're working with in this way. So I really thought she was gonna dead that and say, okay, listen, I understand, I'm sorry, I'm not seeing you like that. I just asked you to do a design. I think it's inappropriate. Like I expected to get like run over, and so, and I guess she was letting me know, like she said, the reason why I can't, go on a date and stuff like that. But, as we started communicating, then, I don't know. And I'll tell you this part. There was a part where I was like, okay, look, I'm going to, I was like, feeling that desperate feeling like, okay, I'm gonna tell you why you should date me. I'm gonna list it all down. I'm a good guy, I'm consistent, I'm loving, I'm emotionally available, blah blah blah. And then something within the God within was like telling me like, no, 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 slow down, stop talking. I said, all you gotta do is speak to her like a friend. Speak to her like anybody else. Speak to her as you're speaking to your friend. And then I just started to respond to her in this manner. And for lo and behold, unbeknownst to me, for almost a month or some change, till we went on our first date, I didn't know that we actually had made a great connection, and and she had actually grown interested in me in that conversation, and wanted to know what more about me from it. So
I was locked in within, I guess, 30 minutes of texting or so.
Yeah.
I was, oh, okay, I'm locked in now.
As I tell you, I can't believe it. To me, I thought I was dead. I thought it was like, okay. Even when she agreed to go on a date, I thought she agreed because I was just being persistent. And some people were like, okay, go out, get some free food, a little
waste my time.
Yeah, a little light conversation, make an evening out of it, and that's it, right? So I'm just thinking like, okay, it's cool, but I'm like, hey, it was worth meeting her, so I was like, I wanted that opportunity to sit down with her and find out what this feeling was, what this calling was that kept on occurring in me. So I wanted to follow up on that, but lo and behold, she had interest. She had grown interest too in me. So I was like, whew, God is good. And we went on our first date. And to this day, man, I'm telling you, it was the most amazing date in my life. I'm going to be 50 years old this year, and that was the most amazing date I've ever been on. Man, we shared. There was so much emotional availability, openness, affection. There was so much laughter. We were just completely synced. And then we went out to the AMC. We went to have some drinks, and that was really, it even made it better. And the connection was there. And after that, I was like floating. I mean, I live in the South Shore, and if you live in Broussard, you got to take that 45 bus, man. I don't think I took the bus. I think I floated on the Champlain Bridge. I think I was floating next to the bus. I think that's what happened with me. I don't remember ever sitting on the bus. I just remember floating home, and I was just floating into my bed, and that was it. So God is good, and to this day, I'm more happy than ever, and I really am thankful for God choosing a proper mate, and that's what we have to look for: someone that we are connected to, vibe with, sync with, and someone that really brings the best out of us, and we can bring the best out of them, and then we have a partnership and grow together and really become a union and one. And then if you want to be a king, then look for a queen. Don't just look for a woman, look for a queen. And if you're a queen, look for a king. Don't just look for a man, because there's many of them, and there's many boys, but there's very few kings. So find yourself a king. And I pray a lot of for more. Any last words you want to say before we check out?
Yeah, I would say definitely for the women, definitely got to find that person that you feel safe with, the one that you would call the best friend.
Right.
That's most likely the husband. Okay, it's not the one that's just like the butterfly, like feelings, and like the person you kind of got to wait around for a little bit. It's like when it comes to the person to marry, you don't have to wait for anything. Like he's completely available and you feel safe and secure. That's it. Don't look elsewhere. Invest in that type of person.
Amazing.
And you'll definitely see the results you're looking for.
Absolutely. That was good. All right. So thank you very much for tuning in. This is the first test of the video with me and my queen right here. And much love to all of you. Keep growing, keep developing, and keep finding what belongs to you, because God has nothing but heaven and blessings for you once you know what you are and who you are. So I'm Kogi.
And Victoria Muhammad.
Peace.